Well, hey there, and welcome back to our DPTV mini lesson. This week, I'm going to show you how to ask for and give advice. Why is that important? Because you will use these questions and sentences all the time in your real life experience. Yeah, like friends ask for advice and give tips to each other all the time. And more importantly, you will use these expressions in your language exams. Yes, language exams, because we are here to help you to prepare you for your language exam. So today, let's take a look at how to ask for and give advice. Now, what I need to tell you about is that if you want to practice sentences and situations like these, look for the closest Don't Panic language school to you and apply for a language lesson. Try our lessons, and you will see how much you can improve with using speaking in real life situations. So let's get back to our program and let's study expressions on how to ask for and give advice. So let me show you how to ask for and give advice. First, let's take a look at the most common questions that can help you ask for advice. So you need to ask for somebody's opinion in a polite way. You know that. Can you give me your advice on this issue? Can you give me your advice on this issue? What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should see a doctor? Do you think I should see a doctor? What shall I do? What shall I do? Now, here you can find a number of sentences about how to give advice. You can repeat you should, you shouldn't all the time, but if you can say them in different ways, why not use them in the exams and also in real life? It's really important for you to study them because I'm 100% sure you will need them during the exam. Every language exam contains asking for and giving advice situation. So now here you can find the sentences about how to give advice. Please repeat them after me. I advise you to study much harder. I advise you to study much harder. If I were you, I would study much harder. Now let's do it again. If I were you, I would study much harder. The way I see it, you should study much harder. The way I see it, you should study much harder. Take my advice and study harder. Take my advice and study harder. You really should study much harder. You really should study much harder. See, there are a lot of other ways to express giving advice and asking for advice than just using I think you should all the time. Now relax, inhale, exhale, and repeat. Let's recap what we have learned today. So, the sentences for asking for advice. Can you give me your advice on this issue? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should see a doctor? What shall I do? And here's how you can give advice in a lot of different ways. I advise you to study much harder. If I were you, I would study much harder. The way I see it, you should study much harder. Take my advice and study harder. You really should study much harder. Now, as you know, there is a pro tip at the end of the lesson, this mini dialogue or mini lesson. What you can do to put these sentences in your active vocabulary is next time you go to your English lesson, take 1 or 2 or 3 sentences with you from this list and use them. Say them out loud. Practice them with your partner, okay? Or if you don't go to English lessons, then next time you're talking to a native or an English person, then use these sentences in your dialogues. I hope you're going to be successful in your language exams and also in your everyday speaking. Take care. Bye bye.